The moment John Cena stepped out of that black SUV, everything changed. Not because he was scheduled for a match, not because he was there for another farewell appearance, but because standing there waiting for him were Triple H and Adam Pearce, three of the most influential figures in WWE. One parking lot, one mysterious meeting, and suddenly, fans started asking a question nobody expected to ask before SummerSlam. Was WWE preparing John Cena for a shocking new role? Welcome to the Ringside Observer. Just days before SummerSlam, SmackDown was already in chaos. Nick Aldis was hanging on to power by a thread after his war with Gunther reached a breaking point. For weeks, Gunther had pushed Aldis to his limit. The attacks, the confrontations, the constant disrespect. Then came Saturday night's main event. Aldis finally snapped and blasted Gunther with the undisputed WWE Championship, costing him a massive opportunity and turning their rivalry into something deeply personal. The result? Triple H made it official. Gunther versus Nick Aldis at SummerSlam. And suddenly, SmackDown's general manager was no longer just an authority figure. He was an active competitor. That created a huge problem. If Aldis is preparing for the biggest match of his WWE career, who is actually running SmackDown? That's where things start getting interesting. According to this fantasy scenario, Triple H knew SmackDown needed stability heading into SummerSlam. The blue brand needed somebody respected, somebody with leadership, somebody capable of controlling a locker room filled with superstars chasing championships and settling personal grudges. Then John Cena arrived. Think about it. Few people in WWE history command respect like Cena. He's a 17-time world champion. He's led WWE through multiple generations. He's handled pressure bigger than almost anyone in the business. And most importantly, he understands what SummerSlam means. The timing couldn't have been more suspicious. While fans focused on Gunther and Aldis, Cena appeared alongside Triple H and Adam Pearce. Not in front of the cameras. Not in the ring. Behind the scenes. The kind of meeting that instantly creates speculation. And if Cena were appointed temporary SmackDown general manager, it would completely change the balance of power. Suddenly, every superstar would have a new authority figure watching their every move. Suddenly, Gunther would have another obstacle standing between him and revenge. And suddenly, Nick Aldis would have to focus entirely on surviving SummerSlam instead of managing an entire roster. That's why this potential storyline is so fascinating. It solves multiple problems at once. But there's another layer here. What if this isn't just about helping SmackDown? What if it's about John Cena's future? For months, WWE has been presenting Cena's farewell run as the final chapter of one of the greatest careers in wrestling history. Eventually, that chapter has to end. The question is, what comes next? Does Cena disappear completely? Or does he transition into a powerful non-wrestling role? An authority position would allow WWE to keep one of its biggest stars involved while creating fresh storylines across the entire roster. And imagine the possibilities. Roman Reigns challenging Cena's authority. CM Punk refusing to follow Cena's rules. Gunther seeing Cena as another obstacle. The storytelling opportunities are endless. Now let's get into 3 predictions. 1. SummerSlam. 2026. John Cena appears during the Gunther versus Nick Aldis match. Not as a wrestler, but as a special authority figure making sure the match remains fair. This immediately establishes his influence on SmackDown. 2. SmackDown. After SummerSlam, Nick Aldis remains general manager, but Cena is introduced as a special executive advisor appointed by Triple H. The two begin sharing power, creating tension throughout the brand. 3. The biggest prediction. Cena officially becomes interim SmackDown general manager before the end of 2026, leading to major confrontations with WWE's biggest stars and extending his WWE legacy beyond his in-ring career. One thing is certain, WWE didn't bring John Cena back just to stand in a parking lot and shake hands. If this fantasy scenario becomes reality, SmackDown could be entering an entirely new era. An era where one of the greatest superstars of all time isn't fighting for championships anymore. He's controlling the people who are. So what do you think? Should John Cena become the new SmackDown general manager, or should WWE keep him focused on his farewell tour? This is the Ringside Observer, and I'll see you at ringside.